G'day punters, welcome to our second episode of Fancy a Dabble. I'm your host Gaby Doxey and I'm joined as always by Curly. Now Curly, I've been sick this week so I have an excuse for looking a bit worse for wear. You on the other hand, what's going on?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks Gab. I had a bit of an issue with a tooth earlier this week. I cracked a tooth late last week and it was getting a bit sore over the weekend, so I booked in to get it looked at. The dentist is like, yeah, we'll just drill that crack down a bit and fill it in, you'll be right, we'll cap it off for you. After about 30 minutes of drilling, he pulls up and says, yeah, look, that crack seems to be all the way through, I'm going to have to just pull it out. So that's how I started the week. Now that's off the back of you tipping 4 winners to my 1 on the show last week, so it's been a rough few days, but I'm here and I'm looking to bounce back today. I need to bounce back today.
Yeah, well, last weekend was an absolute fill up and I definitely hope it continues. It's one way to get some fans. I know it's not always easy. So today, Curly, we're going to have a look at the Rocky. We've got day 1 of the Rocky Carnival and we've got 8 races up there. Now, I think we can have a look up there and I reckon we can find something else for the punters around the grounds and potentially a bit of sport because that seemed to work out last week. So I think we'll start with you up in Rocky. What have you got for us? Have you got something in the feature there today?
Sort of betting around the features. It looks like the Willie Pike show today. He's on a lot of favourites, mainly for Tony Gollan. He's on a horse in race 4 for a local trainer, Jamie McConaughey. I think it's the only local trainer he's riding for today. And I'm going to bet against it. I think Pikey can win most other rides that he's on, but in race 4, he's on $3 Happy to work around that horse a little bit. I'm going to go with a couple of Toowoomba trained horses here to knock it over. Number 5, Idling By. He's going to be my best result in the race. 3 wide, no cover last time and just missed against Blue Corner. And the other horse is number 6, Year Mass. Flashing light run 2 back when ridden a bit colder and making good ground, and then last start at Gatton, ridden more aggressively and just got the job done there. Noel Callow goes on there. I think, well, I've always thought that sort of Toowoomba form is a bit stronger than Rockhampton. So Idling By is around that $5 quote. Year Mass is around $10. So I'm going to back both of those a win and hopefully knock over Willie Pike. The other race that I like there is race 6, number 1, Bold and Lucy. She'll carry top weight of 60 kilos and she'll give her main rival Dream Decision 4.5 kilos and Star Hatton 3 kilos. She could give them more weight and still win. Dominant last time when it dropped back to Rocky grade after Eagle Farm run. She was a Caloundra winner to the start before that. She's just got too much class for these. Sort of gets back and runs on a bit. So the wide gate just means that she's going to be back anyway. So I'm not too fussed about that. Yeah, like I said, I think she's got a fair bit of class on these and enough class to overcome them. Thought she was one of the better bets on the card. So that's race 6, number 1, Bold and Lucy. The main race is the Rockhampton Newmarket. So you've got a number of horses here that sort of, I suppose you could say back in class. Paladas, Sir Warwick and Vinco. They're the 3 favourites in market order. Then you've got sort of Plenty, who's $6 fourth on the 4th line of betting. I don't have a clear opinion here. I think one of those 3 will win, but I'm just not sure which one. But it could be a case of back Pike and drink what you like at Rocky over the next couple of days. But that's it for Rocky today. Have you done Rocky today?
Yeah. I had a little look and there was a lot of short priced favourites. So I did try to just avoid them if I could. I think you're right in the Newmarket there. I think it's going to be a good race. I wasn't sure about Paladas being $2.90 there. I thought, you've got Vinco there who has the whole straight to wind up and Plenty's been flying there as well. But yeah, I think it's what the ones you mentioned, I think definitely a hope to win there. I'm going to go to race 8, number 6, which is Hill Flagger. this horse is paying $11 at the moment, and stepping down in class slightly here for Ricky Vale and Ashley Butler was off the track last start and just didn't appear to settle at all in the run. And it really hit the line hard. So I thought the extra 200 metres, it's going to eat it up. Gets in well, can handle the wet, which I'm not sure like how wet it gets up there, if it does end up an absolute bog or if it's quite, going to be okay the weather-wise today. But I'm happy to be with it at 3:30 the place. I definitely think if it can, just relax a bit in the run and be handier from the five gate, I definitely think it's a hope.
Yeah, well, it's got a bit of there's a little bit of speed in the race there that sort of drawn middle and wider too. So it should get a nice run, sort of tucked in behind them off a better tempo. It should be able to settle a bit better, you'd hope, this time.
Yeah.
You got like Argyle Pink coming off a maiden win, sort of stepping up to class 2, and he looks well in. He'll flagger for sure. I'm not going to not back it. The last time you tipped one at double figures up north, it ran second at 4:40 a place.
Something to place even. It's safe. So we'll head over to Rocky on Saturday. Now, Curly, this is a big day for them up there. I think hopefully people don't get first night fever, and but I think they will, and there will be a couple of sore heads for Saturday. But what have you found there? I can start with mine if you like.
You go first. Yeah.
Which is a short one, and this was just because I thought this horse raced really well and I was following it anyway. So that's going to be race 1, number 2, All That Pizzazz. Tony Gollan, Will Pike has come out at $1.80. I think that's fair. We've got a second behind Northern Express, which is a form line I'm going to follow a bit at the moment until it lets it down.
That's a little trumpet from you, isn't it? Just a little head wobble mentioning Northern Express. You did tip it up at $16 on the show. I know there was some scratchings and some deductions, but it won like an even money chance.
It absolutely did. That's what I was hoping for. So it doesn't always work out like that. But yeah, this horse has then come out to run really well and win at the Sunshine Coast last start. So I think the $1.80 is fair. He's got that big straight. It's a horse that wants to win. Barrier 1, I'm happy to be on at the $1.80.
Go Pikey. W Pike again. So I think first night fever was last night.
Was it?
I think Wednesday night. I've seen a few people on social media warming up to the task for the Rocky Calcutta, whatever it was. Race number 7 here is the Rocky Cup Saturday. I just don't think the locals can beat the Waller runners, Bullfinch and Kubrick. Echo Point is third on the third line of betting. I can't even pronounce the names of the towns that it's been at, the tracks it's been winning at, but I'm assuming it's Longreach, Birdsville, Barcaldine. I think you pronounce it, not Barcaldine.
No, it's Barcaldine.
Where did it win last start? I don't even know. McKinley. There you go. Yeah. And it's on the third line of betting from gate 15, and it's $7. You can't possibly beat Bullfinch and Kubrick. I think Bullfinch is a better horse than Kubrick. I think there's a bit of speed here, particularly with Master Jamie drawn 11. Now, Master Jamie carried the grandstand to win over a mile last start. I wouldn't have backed it to win over any distance with that weight last start, let alone a mile, and it did win. So he's going to go forward from that gate. Obviously, there'll be tempo here because there's a long tail. There's a field of horses that can't win that'll be going forward. And I think W Pike, Drink What You Like again. It's just going to find the right spot. Bullfinch with cover, getting to the crown of the track and using that long Rockhampton straight to get over the top of them and probably beat Kubrick. There's 6 kilos weight difference, and you can probably add a length or two for the jockey difference. W Pike versus Wiggo, with all due respect to Wiggo, but Bullfinch just looks a great bet. It's $3.80 and $1.80-ish. Even if you wanted to back it 1 by 2 each way, I can't see it missing a place in that race. So race 7, number 4, Bullfinch for me in the Cup.
Yeah, it's a good race, actually. I thought Sale finished, and he may not be up to standard there, but I thought he really rattled home there behind Master Jamie last start as well. Yeah,
I had something on it last start to beat Master Jamie just at the weights, but obviously he was first up 64 days. Sale, and obviously targeted this race, and he was a good run. And I think he should be on the third line of betting Sale. I think he'll beat home a horse like Echo Point, but he maybe just a class below sort of Bullfinch and Cubic at this trip, but he'll run well.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, it'll be a good race. So good luck to everyone up there. And I think we should head to Brisbane to have a look if you've got anything there, Curly, or if I might have something.
Well, I think the main reason this segment can be about you, Gab. People will be tuning for this. They want your Saturday bests around the country.
Yeah, so I'm going to go. No, that's all right. I was trying to chase a bit of value for everyone, and I thought I'm going to follow that same form line again and go to Doomben race 2, number 3, and that's Hatutsa. I thought this is a really progressive filly. She's won really well her last 2, beating Northern Express, Honeypot, and I definitely think she's ready to step up here. We've got Mink Star in the race, who has been racing in a little bit of a, stronger company, but I was really happy to be with her. Tiffany Brooker stays on. She's been riding her well. Helen Page, we're getting $6 there. And yes, barrier 11, she should settle back sort of midfield, hopefully not wide, and she finishes really well. So I think she's definitely a chance there at Doomben.
Handles the wet. It's a heavy 9. Yeah, sort of like I think the track was wetter than what they were saying. The official rating last start was a soft at Ipswich, but I know the jockeys throughout the day were coming back saying it's a heavy track, racing like a heavy track.
Yeah, there was a lot of kick.
And she won on the heavy to start before that as well at the Gold Coast. So
yeah, I'm happy to be with her there. And another one I found at a price was Sydney Race 8, number 2, and that's Oscar Zulu. I think this horse is just screaming out for a win. It was an absolutely massive run last start. They're behind Taxu. Taxu opens up at $3 here, and honestly, he's come from the back and nearly pipped him on the line. We've got the same distance. He's going up a kilo in weight. Taxu's going up 3. I just think it might be his day today, and we're getting $8 there. So again, very happy to be on. And
I haven't really done anything at Doomben just yet. There's lots of dual nominated horses. There's wet tracks and probably some scratchings to come, you'd anticipate, although it is reasonably good weather. You're in Brisbane. It's been okay the last couple of days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice today. It'll dry, but Doomben's going to be quite wet, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it doesn't dry the best, does it? So so I've sort of haven't done a lot in Brisbane as yet. There's a couple there that sort of I was interested in race 6. There's Delight, Proper Rogue were the sort of 2 that I was interested in, but when I saw the markets come up, they're both around that 320 quote, so it's pretty hard to split and back both of those. But that was just one race of interest. But I'll just keep an eye on the weather and on the track, I think, before I do any damage there on Saturday.
Absolutely. And sporting wise, I think if we are going to throw in a bit of sport, because it did work last week for the Wallabies 1 to 12.
You obviously watched the game. Because I backed it. I backed it because you've tipped it, which means I had to watch it. And then, you're sort of cheering the Aussies on, and then they unbelievably score late, and I thought, we've done our money here. And then
cheering England on. I was anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't know the sport that well. Obviously, you know the sport a little bit, or a lot bit more than me at least. Old mate red carded for our headbutt. And I thought I thought we'd done our money. So does he get to play this week?
No, so I'm pretty sure he's out now. Yeah. He's just, I believe.
Anyway, we got the cash. That was the main thing. And how it played out was great. It's great when you're sweating a sports bet like that, and then you sort of, you get up in the last play of the game, basically. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, so again this week I'm going to go with them. I think I'm going to think of them as a racehorse and think the fitness is up a bit more this week. They've worked as a team last week. First games are always a bit bit how you're going. We've got 3 good players back. We've got Nella coming back, James O'Connor coming back, and I think they might be able to win by 13 plus. Again, being ambitious here, but I just thought I'd chase that little bit of value again and hope that, here at Suncorp, home ground, home turf, they can sort of get up.
I'm just opening up, just on the Dabble app now. Australia to win by over 12 points is $3.30.
All right. Yeah.
So 13 plus. Yeah. So, and last week's 1 to 12 was 270 when you tipped it. So I'm going again, 3.30 for sure. I'm going to cop the tip on the Wallabies here. It sounds like, well, you convinced me. You got good players coming back. They're fitter for their first up run, which they won, and they get, like you say in horse racing terms, fitter again here. $1.65 head to head. I'm going to take an all up or multi. Sorry. We'll take the Wallabies head to head. This is on the Dabble. Prices are at Dabble right now. $1.65 head to head. The Aussies into the Brisbane Lions at $1.30. Who are like Brisbane Lions are just flat track bullies at home. And they will eat Essendon. They're $1.30. The multi, I think they both play Saturday night too, so you can have a split screen. The multi's $2.15. I think that's just like pinching. That's pinching money. I'm going to take that multi for $2.15 and then use the profit to back your other tips. So either way, we're going to get a collect. We'll win Saturday night, even if we lose on Saturday. We'll just cover the bet.
Absolutely.
But we'll gamble. Obviously, we'll be gambling responsibly.
Responsibly, as always. I'll be steering that gamble responsibly ship here. But I think that's all, Curly. I think we've hopefully found someone a winner out there again. And yes, I hope everyone enjoyed the show this week. And we'll be back next week with a fancy Dabble. Have a good weekend, everyone.